So this piece is called Rosie, and it came about, I've always had a collection of all kinds of small things, lenses and camera parts and things like that. And then a friend was holding an estate sale and I got this figure. It's a dressed form, but being able to expand it out to its largest size created this cavity within. So I just took a lot of my lenses and other parts that I already had and kind of dressed it out. The arms here are both a couple of little table lamps. This is actually a projector lens. This is the focusing lens or a filter from a camera. And inside is an old electric radiator heater. Some folks have asked or make reference to steampunk when addressing my work, and this is probably the steampunkiest thing I've made. It fits within that genre. I don't consider what I do steampunk, but definitely the journey I'm on has intersected with that. I'm here in the Spring Arts Tower. I've had my shop here for several years, and when the bookstore moved in, I approached Josh, the owner, and asked him if I could put in some installation pieces in here. So this is one of them. This is a 100-year-old harp case. It's full of old Reader's Digest condensed books, and these were the books I grew up with. These were from my folks' house. But I just love the nature of a harp case. It's all dimensions and directions. It basically has just one right angle in the whole thing. And so putting it kind of cattywampus, it has a neat kind of a dancing movement to it. So this piece is called Our Lady, the Queen of Angels. It kind of is a gorilla piece. I did it on LA's birthday and put it up overnight. So when everybody came in first thing in the morning, it would be there. I had pictured doing a skyscape, a skyline of downtown, which is a difficult thing to do because in silhouette it's not as representative as some skylines. So as I was driving around town thinking of that, I looked at the City Hall building, which of course is really iconic for LA. I made the model of City Hall in here, and that's basically the heart and soul of this piece. This is actually a whistle given to me by Matt James Medicine. I was up on the 8th floor in the studio and was looking for a new space to just get a little more daylight, a little closer to the corner here. And the owner of the building showed me this space just when he was doing the door. It had been part of another space, so he was just framing it in. And knowing it had this little recess that I could create depth into and then open up cavities and stick things through, I just loved it. And so I just asked for the freedom and the permission to do whatever the hell I wanted here, and he granted it within that space. Because I'm working with old found objects and a lot of old wood stuff, all from the 30s and 40s, it all has a certain patina. My wife says my palette runs from rust to sepia, and that's very true. So when I do include color, I have to force myself to do it, and I basically include all colors at once, because rather than have a color theme, I just say, oh, it needs color. So this is actually melted crayon inside of some old perfume bottles. So this is the old Schulte United building. It's a 4-story building. It was built originally as a department store, and it had been through many different iterations. So this whole space just had all these weird angles and things sticking out of it. And I wanted something that could kind of tie all that in together and make it more smooth and more organic. So I used this linear, kind of like a pipe organ type look with 2x4s. And then the curved lines are 2 sine waves that are interacting. Here they're just kind of riding on top of each other. In other areas they actually crisscross and intersect. But that way, as you climb up through the building, this kind of curved line follows along with you. So it helps break up all that angularity and make it all one big space. This is an old vintage camera that I'm making just as a freestanding piece. So I've expanded the back, and it's going to have a little environment inside, probably including an old photo or two.